Welcome to this module titled AngularJS and Bootstrap Form Basics. We'll be creating a simple form to display and edit employee information. You can see the form here, and it has all the key components you would expect to see in a form. A text input field, a text area control, a select control with options, checkboxes, radio buttons, and a submit button. We'll be adding more controls to this form later in this course, but this is a good starting point. We'll start off this module by installing AngularJS and Bootstrap into a web project. Next, we'll put together all the Angular components we'll need for a basic app. These include a module, controller, service, directive, and a view. The form markup will be stored in the view, which is simply an HTML file that Angular will load as needed. This view will be displayed by a simple declarative HTML tag, employee-form, which we create as a directive. We'll add Bootstrap styling to the form. Bootstrap offers many useful classes to keep our forms looking good and staying responsive on different display sizes. We'll use Bootstrap's 12-column grid system to create a horizontal form, where the field labels are placed to the left of the input controls. Bootstrap has special stylings for field sets, which divide forms into sections. We'll work with the field set and legend tags to further refine our form's appearance. Next, we'll set up our form for two-way data binding. We'll make sure our Angular controller and service work together to get data into and out of our form. The ng-model directive is the way input controls work with the scope to read and write our form values. In addition to binding to all the fields in a form, we'll often want to bind to all of the options in a select control. Angular makes this easy, and we'll bind a list of departments as you can see here. Submitting a form in AngularJS is usually done with AJAX calls, so we'll have to override a form's default posting mechanism. We'll save the actual AJAX calls to the server for a later module. However, we will make sure the directives and code are in place to properly submit the form when needed. I'll be using Visual Studio for these demos, but any other web development tool should be fine. So let's get started setting up our project.